So, have you ever wondered if you have good genetics or not? Have you ever wondered if you are built for the gym or not? You may have seen people who have been training as long as you have did, and may have been better or worse than them. So, we are going to be talking about some things, some direct uh, things that you can see to check if you have great genetics or not. You see, these are not very accurate as genetics are purely biological and internally diagnosable. So, this is something that these are just small things we can check, and these are not 100% accurate always, but yeah, they will actually give you a sense of how good of genetics are you. These are like mostly accurate, but I cannot say that they are the perfect. May have to get some biological checks done to actually know if your genetics are great or not. But yeah, let's talk about some signs that can give you an idea of how good they could be. So the first sign is you should check if your father, your grandfather, or your grandmother, your mom, your dad are they do they have good physiques without even working out. If any of them used to work out, then you're obviously going to have a better physique, as the genetics are passed down from your ancestors. You may have to take a look at your dad when and not the present day, but you will have to find some older photo of your dad when you may have been born, and that's when you will get the genetics from that past dad that you had used to have. Because now, right now, your dad may be fat or maybe anything, but the time you were born is what matters, and it's what have gave you the genetics from him. So, looking at your ancestors really can tell you if your family has been active in sports or gym. So, yeah, that can give you upper hand if your family has great genetics. If your father is strong without even going to the gym, or if he ever went to the gym, then you're obviously gonna have greater genetics than most people out there. The next sign is going to be a more physical. That was like ancestral, and this is going to be physical. So I'm going to tell you some physical signs that if your genetics are good or not. So let's start with the bicep. So here you can see, here is my bicep, and usually what happens is how many fingers you are able to fit here is what will tell you how good of genetics are you. So there are two types of bicep, as we know. That the first one is the long bicep, which is like from over the way here, and then there is short bicep, which can be really short, and I have like a medium one, so I don't have too great genetics, but some people prefer the short bicep over the long bicep. Like Arnold had a short bicep and it looked amazing. So this is actually so much about the preference, but it is still a thing that people with the long biceps usually have more good genetics. So here's what you have to do. You have to take your bicep, flex it like this, and check how many fingers you can fit in here. So I'm able to fit 2, and if I try to fit 3, then you see this finger is sitting on my bicep, so this is not supposed to happen. So 2 of my fingers are comfortably fitting in there, almost comfortably. Let me give you a closer look. See, only 1 or 2 fingers are able to be fitting in there. So that is the amount of good genetics I have. You can check with yourself. The less fingers you are able to fit, the better. Next up is your wrist size. Yes, so that's what I want you to do. There are many arm wrestlers that have wrist sizes of a monster. So your body to wrist ratio is going to tell you. So here is the trick. You have to take your hand like this and wrap it around your wrist, so it will go like this. So if how much you are able to do this, so as you can see, I am able to do a lot, which means I do not have very good genetics for arm wrestling, and do not have many too good genetics for weightlifting. But everything has their own advantages. As I told you, that having a shorter bicep is something that will make your bicep look huge instead of the longer bicep, and you will have more inches added if your bicep is short. If your you see wrist is small, then you're going to look huge, because it creates an illusion that your arms are big when your wrists are small. But the thick wrists are what help you lift up weight or do arm wrestle with someone. So yeah, that is the second physical sign that you can see. So the next sign is actually probably the most accurate physical sign that you can check. So your waist, you see, your waist to your calvix ratio, from this shoulder to this shoulder, how long it is, that are called the calvix, and this is the waist. So your calvix are supposed to be like the 2x of your waist, which is a ratio I have pretty good at. Say I'm not good at other signs, but this is the advantage I have in bodybuilding. And having a smaller wrist makes you look more aesthetic, more huge. It creates an illusion. Having a longer or short bicep has their own advantages, but this is the one of the only signs where this is the only good ratio. You'll see, if the more huge your calvix are from your waist, the better. If your calvix are smaller in size compared to your waist, then it is not a good sign, and you're going to never look that aesthetic. So I'm really being brutally honest here. If you do not have good genetics, then there is literally no chance in bodybuilding. Do not try to pursue a career on that, or at least have a backup plan if you fail, because there are very high chances to fail in bodybuilding if you do not have the elite genetics. So yeah, your waist to calvix ratio should be this, that your calvix should be double your waist. Next is your chest separation. You see, the better chest separation you have, as you can see, mine is low-key good, but there is one thing with me that I would like to tell you, that as you can see, there is a hole right here in my chest. It makes my chest look bigger when you look from a distance, but from a closer angle it seems like there is a crack in my chest. So that's not really a sign of a very good genetics. Your chest should be filler, and there is a photo of Arnold with a very filled chest, and when I flex, I just get this crack which I am not able to fill, as there is no muscle to train there. So this is a sign of a not so good genetics. If you have something like this, it's not a very good thing. And if your chests do not meet, there is a visible separation, but the chests are not supposed to be too far away from each other. So that is something you can see to if your chest is good or not. So yeah, those were some pretty solid things you can check to see how good are your genetics. If your waist are small, or your waist ratio, whatever, they all have their own advantages actually. But if your waist is, like for example, if your waist is small, if your wrists are small, then you're going to be more in the aesthetic category instead of the beast category. Then it is better for you to cut rather than bulk or go into the powerlifting sector or weightlifting sector. So that is what I have done. I've gone into the aesthetic sector, and I only like to compete. Although I've never competed, but if I ever got the chance, I would only compete in the men's physique, and yeah, because they focus more on the aesthetic and less on the mass. So yeah, if you have you may have different genetics or bad genetics, there is a very huge difference there, and you just have to be smart with what you wanna pick. We can even have one-on-one free video chats, where I can give you personalized tips, advices, diet plans, or what muscles group to train, how to train a muscle group, everything you want to know, whatever you want to know. It's going to be completely free. To contact me, you can look in the description. There are my phone number. There is some other Gmails that you can contact me with, whatever you want to do. So yeah, just go to the description, check them out, and comment whatever you wanna see in the next video.